It's lovely to see you. And who's this?
This is Faith, Grandma. She's my friend.
Well, it's very nice to meet you. You're most welcome.
Thanks, ma'am.
Ma'am? So, what are we going to do today?
Well, we were going to play netball, but it's raining outside.
Yes, it would be wet ball, not netball.
So why don't you tell us a story, Grandma?
A story? I don't know.
Yes, a story! Please, Grandma, we want a story.
Faith, what would you like?
A story, please, Grandma.
Okay, a story it is. Everybody sit down. I'm going to tell you a story about when I was a girl. How old are you, Faith?
I'm 7, nearly 8.
My gosh, I was about your age when it happened.
Well, what happened, Grandma?
Well, if you'll just wait, I will let you know.
Once upon a time.
No. This is a true story. As I said, I was about 7 or 8 years old when we heard that there was a new prophet in town. Everybody was talking about him because he could do miracles and heal the sick. And I pleaded with my mom and my dad if I could go and see him. And they said yes, as long as I stayed with the people from the village. So early next morning, I got up and I got dressed and I rushed out. And I saw my friend Samuel standing there. He was going too. So we walked together. Samuel had a packet underneath his arm. I said to him, Sam, what's in the packet? And he said to me, it's my lunch. My mother won't let me go for a whole day without food. Anyway, so we walked, and lunchtime, everybody sat down on the ground and opened up their lunches. Sammy and I sat down too. I was feeling a little bit hungry. Sammy looked at his lunch and he said, I think it's going to be quite a while before we get home. I think we should save this lunch till later. You're not hungry, are you? My tummy was rumbling, but I said, no, I can wait. Anyway, later in the afternoon, we found the prophet. He was on the side of the mountain and he was speaking to hundreds, maybe even thousands of people. We ran up to him and sat down at his feet. He spoke about a lot of different things. Some things I understood, other things I didn't. But then he suddenly stood up and said, it's getting late, and these people have not eaten. We must give them bread. The disciples said, Rabbi, where are we going to find that much bread, even if we had the money to pay it? So the prophet said, go and ask the people what they have. I said to Sam, let's go over there and eat our lunch. Sammy wouldn't do it. And a disciple came and said, hello, do you have anything to eat? Sammy gave him his lunch. 5 loaves and 2 fishes. Gave it to the prophet, and the prophet blessed it, asked God to bless it. And then he started to break it. He broke off a piece and he gave it to the disciple. Broke off, and it never got less. It was still enough until everybody had something to eat. It was amazing. And then the prophet said, go around and collect up the scraps. Do you know there were 12 baskets of scraps from just 5 loaves and 2 little fish?
But who was he, Grandma?
We later found out that his name was Jesus.
Well, I bet he was glad that you gave him the lunch.
We were glad that we gave him his lunch because we got to see the power and the glory of God. You must never be afraid to share your things or to be generous because God will always make it enough. And now I believe there's cake and juice on the kitchen table. So
Thank you, Grandma. That was a really cool story.
Yes, Grandma, we
You're
will see you
welcome, my
later.
darlings.
Thanks for the story.
It's a pleasure, darling.
And I will always share my stuff because I know Jesus will make it enough.
Amen.
Hello, darling. Here's some coffee for you. I see you've been telling the children some stories.
Yes, Sam. We were telling them your story,
Our story.
our story.